You know, the time demands and the bar of expectations for both programs are very high. And so it definitely took some time to kind of balance the two. I commend anyone like Ken that's spending the summers putting the time and effort in with USA Softball and trying to keep his program at the top. It takes a special person. And
well, the lucky part for me though was I get to learn from you. You didn't have anybody to learn from.
Yeah.
You know, you were the first college coach with a job to go and do this.
Exactly.
And thank goodness it was you and not me, because I learned a lot, and I learned a lot from listening to what the pitfalls were. And you were getting a lesson during the test.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
It definitely taught me a lot about patience, but more importantly, I think it taught me a lot about just the scheduling. I mean, you had to be planning your life out.
Well, people don't realize, you know, I say this all the time, we have one button riding 3 horses, and the 3 horses, it's not just University of Arizona and University of South Florida, and not just Team USA, but your family.
Exactly.
And that was the biggest lesson I got from you, was making sure they balance, and that's why I took off time after 2005, because you experienced a bunch of stuff that we all went through together, but you experienced a lot of that stuff trying to do that early on in 98, 99, 2000.
Yeah, my life definitely changed, you know, and it was probably one of the greatest times of my life being able to represent the United States. But on the other hand, it was a tough time in my life because I had lost my wife on the tour, and it really made me think about what I really needed to do and what was really important to me, although I wanted to pursue it. But I had 2 kids, and 2 kids that really needed me, and trying to find that balance between my family and my profession has always been a challenge, because I think the one thing about coaching is, you know, anytime you're striving to be the best at what you do, it's hard to have balance.
Yep.
But after going through that, number one, it was great to have the softball community behind me, people like you, people around the world that really kind of helped me get through that tough time. You know, there was a lot of life lessons that were learned, and continue to learn those and continue to pass those on to coaches. I think that's, you know, that's my biggest theme, as you well know, is to make sure young coaches understand what they're getting into and how important balance is in anything that you do. And I was a living example of going through that. I
really realized the type of person you were when I went to your room in Philly. You remember we were at a clinic in Philadelphia in 2005.
Okay.
We just came off the 2004 Olympics. We were exhausted, and obviously emotionally with all the stuff that had happened. And I came to your room and I said, Mike, I can't do this. I've got a 5-year-old at home and I got a 9-year-old at home, and I need some time off. And I was expecting the same response that you gave me when I said I can't take the job at Arizona, when you said, you're an idiot. Do you know how many national championships we're going to win? So I was expecting the same response, but you said, no, you're doing the right thing. And you taught me a lot about that balance with family. It's huge. And I think because of that, I've been able to sustain a longer time period with USA that goes on.
The program's in great hands, and I want to really honestly thank you for your selflessness during the times when we weren't in the Olympic Games, and keeping the program where we needed to. And they needed a good teacher. They needed someone that had a passion for the sport. They needed someone that understood, you know, what the future was going to be all about. And I'm just so proud of what you've done, and proud that you're going to be, you know, at the helm in 2020. Be a very proud moment for me, and I'm trying to find a way to get down there and support you. But yeah, you've done a wonderful job.
Thanks, man.